Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttradesolutions.com on a Friday, 20th March. I'm doing this at noon, an hour before the market closes. We're obviously in the midst of a major sell-off here. Let's get right into the charts, give you some ideas here. Also, by the way, we did come in with TPQQ puts coming into today. We put those on when the TQQ, when the NASDAQ, just give you a sense of what we're doing here. We bought those puts when the NASDAQ was up at these levels right here. So when we put on the puts, the NASDAQ was here. Obviously, we're benefiting from that. The question, obviously, from here is where does the NASDAQ have its first levels? 23,912 is going to be the first level. If it let's see if it cracks. Everybody's talking about the S&P breaking the 200-day moving average. We can also look at that. That came in at actually that broke. Let's show you here real quick. That broke here. And the reason, I typically don't use the 200-day moving average, but again, because everybody on Wall Street looks at this as kind of a bullish, bearish barometer, you have to pay attention. It's almost like again, I talk about this self-fulfilling prophecy. And so that broke yesterday, and that's, I think that's also creating some selling. That now becomes resistance. Now, the next level that broke that was huge is 65.39. Oftentimes this is a flush out. You see that quite often where it breaks the 200-day moving average and then regains it. So that is going to be interesting to see on the bounce back, whether it holds it like here and then resumes, or is this is the flush out that brings us right back up. Sentiment is, surprisingly still not. I mean, the VIX is only at 27. So, we had a higher VIX just the other day. We had a VIX at 35 just a couple of weeks, when the war broke out, that weekend when the war broke out. So, are we going to have to get up to 35 again to get this thing totally flushed out? We'll have to see. Levels on the S&P right now are going to be also, we're actually closing in on those right now. Looks like it's going to, we have to watch to see into the close this area here, which is the 65.28. That gives way. Then we're probably looking at about 6,200. Remember, a 10% correction, which we haven't had in almost since Liberation Day last year, takes us all the way back down to maybe 6,400. So just keep that in mind. And obviously, oil price is still the dominant theme here. So that's really where we're at. So watch those levels. 10-year is also a factor here. 10-year yields skyrocketing. Let's see if where that holds up here at it's like 60, 450 is going to be the next level on the 10-year. Watch that. And then the dollar looks like it's going to try to go back above 100. So all these levels are worth watching. Also, gold coming into some interesting levels at the lows. Looks like we're going to retest 4,400 and oil breaking above 100. That pretty much is where we're at all the way around here. So, I'm doing this almost live here. So it's going to be interesting to see how we go into the weekend. So sign up for the newsletter. I'm going to be writing about this over the weekend. I'll have another class coming up. And if you're short, you would probably want to maybe take some off here as until, but I think until the war is over and the S&P the S&P flushes out, we're probably going to get some more selling. All right. Have a great weekend. Take care.